Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Yep.
Just missed out on becoming Navy SEALs, didn't we?
Yeah.
Born in the wrong country, didn't apply. None of us have been in the military.
It's really
So,
close.
so we were like, we were a fraction away from...
Midges.
Yeah, it was so close.
Yeah, we're close to the SAS.
It's true. Well, I was also that close to not joining the SAS.
No, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what Oscar keeps saying to me at the moment? This is completely off topic.
Go away.
You're not as good as my other daddy.
Oh, that's rough.
Bet you should not come in today now.
No, it's almost as bad as that, and I'm sure he knows what he's saying. He keeps saying, "See you next Tuesday,"
Oh.
but he's got a twinkle in his eye when he says it, and I'm sure he knows.
Taught him that. Yeah.
Anyway, we digress massively. Loads of you aren't subscribed, so do us a favour. If you're not, just double check. A lot of people think they are, but they're not. Do us a favour, press the subscribe button if you're not. It means the world to us. Right, this Navy SEAL serial killer was insane. I think most serial killers are probably insane, aren't
Probably.
they?
Yeah.
This is Popo Medic, though.
Very good channel.
Yeah.
We
Great
did
channel.
Roof Koreans and we did Waco.
Yep.
Won it from
Yeah, that's
Popo
right.
Medic. The music he uses and just the way he edits and everything, it gets you proper
Really good.
enthralled, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's get into it then. Popo Medic, this Navy SEAL serial killer was insane.
Saturday, May 25th, 2002. A former Navy SEAL dishonorably discharged for insubordination and a history of going AWOL turned to a life of crime with his toxic and equally psychotic wife. And together, the couple burglarized local businesses, internationally smuggled narcotics, and went on a demented rampage to fuel an adrenaline addiction that was quickly spiraling out of control until inevitably graduating to murder.
I went through BUDS with a sociopath. The honor man of my BUDS class is still in jail for chopping people up and then disposing of their bodies with his wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
In 1996, 19-year-old high school swim champion Benjamin Seifert enlists in the United States Navy, with his sights set on becoming a special operator under one of the world's most elite fighting forces, the Navy SEALs. And after attending basic training, Seifert attended basic underwater demolition SEAL training and absolutely crushed it, and was even dubbed by his instructors as one of the fastest and strongest students in the program. And after 6 hellish months, Seifert completed BUDS and graduated with Class 212 in 1997, and even received the class's highest graduation honor, and was given the nod as the class's honor man. Shortly after completing BUDS, Seifert, like most team guys, celebrated hard, and one party in particular would vastly alter the trajectory of his life after hooking up with 19-year-old Erica Grace. And just like him, Erica was ambitious, athletic, and all about show. The former collegiate basketball player and the Navy SEAL became inseparable, absolutely fueling each other's egos. Erica, in her social life, would often boast about her Navy SEAL boyfriend, and Ben thrived in Erica's godlike perception she held for him. The two narcissists found validation in one another. And after just a few weeks of dating, the two eloped and got married at the Silver Bells Chapel in Las Vegas. And shortly after, having become all consumed by Erica, Ben began to disassociate himself from the teams. He no longer gave a shit about the Navy, and all he wanted to do was spend time with Erica. And not even a few weeks after their marriage, Ben Seifert was court-martialed and dishonorably discharged from the Navy in 1998 for reasons such as insubordination and reportedly going AWOL on multiple occasions. And by his peers, he was deemed mentally unstable. And instead of taking a step back and rethinking her relationship with Ben, Erica fully embraced and even celebrated Ben's darker side, and she began to egg him on.
Look at the difference in his face there. Just I don't know what the timeline is at this point with this photo, but it was like this kind of proud, switched on, like his eyes were there.
Yeah.
And then that's just like
Not there,
it's
he's not.
just like
brainwashed.
It's probably full of beer at that point as well.
Full of something, isn't he? Definitely.
Yeah.
After Ben's discharge, the two felt liberated and moved to Erica's hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Erica started her own business, opening a local scrapbooking store. Who the fuck opens a scrapbooking store? Fucking lock her up after committing the disturbing crime of scrapbooking. The couple turned to petty crime, setting up an eBay store full of stolen merchandise and promotional items from restaurants the two had burglarized. And many of the items were bizarrely from Hooters, and the couple reportedly earned close to $3,000 a week fencing stolen goods on eBay. The money earned through the store was used to finance the couple's bad habits, from bar hopping to the use of narcotics, which the couple would obtain and smuggle back to the United States from South America. And when they were back stateside, it was back to burglaries, doing whatever they could to get a dose of adrenaline, including Ben's obsession with purposefully trying to get pulled over just to attempt to evade police, reportedly doing things such as driving upwards of 150 miles per hour, initiating full-blown police pursuits, of which he always escaped. And Erica became manic, impulsively buying jewelry, pet snakes, and strangely growing OCD over her eccentric Hooters memorabilia. Erica's friends even grew concerned, as Erica became unrecognizable, and the debauchery and mayhem which defined the Seyfrieds' relationship began to peak. Instead of breaking into the restaurants late at night, the couple began to arm themselves and hit the chains earlier in the day, minutes after closing time, pushing the envelope, almost looking for a potential robbery situation. And inch by inch, the Seyfrieds were on a warpath to get their kicks off some artificially induced violence. In 2002, the Seyfrieds rented a condo in Ocean City, Maryland, with full intentions of graduating to murder. The two would spend the afternoons at the beach day drinking, and the nights at the bars and the clubs, while attempting to find their victims. And on May 24th, the Seyfrieds failed to produce the exact change needed for the bus ride. Nearby passengers and couple Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley covered the fare. The couples hit it off and made plans to meet up and go out later that night. And around 11 p.m. the night of the 24th, the couples made their way to Secrets nightclub.
I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love, love. I got love.
Joshua Ford and Ben bonded over the military, as Martha Crutchley and Erica gossiped over shots of tequila. And after last call, the Seyfrieds invited the couple back to their condo at the Rainbow. They continued the party, rolled spliffs in the hot tub, and everything was cool. Until Erica, out of nowhere, snapped, claiming that her purse was missing from inside the condo, placing the blame on Joshua and Martha. Ben pulled out a .357 Magnum and demanded that they give back the purse, at which point the petrified couple retreated into the bathroom, locking the door behind.
This is absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Just a bit.
There's no, I mean, I know people try and understand serial killers and they do like all this psycho analysis of all, you know, what they're thinking. I don't think any fucking knows. Absolutely nutters.
Yeah, I mean, what goes on in the minds,
Yeah.
really? What really goes on?
I mean, I wonder if this was pre-planned.
It seems like he's alluding to it being like they want to graduate to murder. So if he's purposely getting chased by the cops and doing 150 miles an hour and getting away, he's obviously likes pushing the limits as far as he can
It's
take
after the
it.
adrenaline rush, aren't they? Bars, you know, they're doing stuff like that on purpose.
On what could be more than killing someone and getting away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Maybe.
if that's what he's into.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Proper toxic couple.
Yeah,
Like,
big
I wonder,
time.
Yeah,
I
very
wonder
much so. It's,
if they'd never met, I wonder if they'd have both gone on to be like this, or if they could be living normal lives.
but he seems like he really had his head set with going to Navy SEALs, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, that's all he wanted. But as soon as he met her, it looked like it's just changed him completely.
Yeah.
He's starting to start people, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
SEAL.
the top one. So it's crazy stuff.
There are like instances of two personalities meet, and there is a word for it in psychology, but I'm not sure what it is. And it's like they wouldn't be deemed to have done these things without each other. Because that the two people in the Altrincham one, you know, that Goose Green stabbing years ago, that's what the psychologist said about them. They said they're two normal kids, but the two personalities combined.
Two together just pushed different buttons that no one else would have done, and it sort of makes him into a different person by the look of it.
Erica picked up the phone and dialed 911, informing dispatchers of some type of burglary scenario.
After 911, did emergency?
Yes, I have an emergency at my apartment. There are people in my house who I don't know, and My purse is suddenly missing, and I'm afraid I'm going to have a robbery here.
She sounds
Okay,
fucked.
people in your
Yeah.
apartment at this time?
Yes.
I'll connect you to the police. Stay on the line.
Hey,
What?
I'm upstairs in a bedroom where they don't know where I am.
Okay, I'll connect you to the police.
But before disclosing her address, Erica disconnected the line. And exactly what happened next is only known to Ben and Erica Seifert. But what is known is that Joshua Ford was shot through the bathroom door, and several more shots rang out after Ben kicked down the door altogether. And Joshua Ford and Martha Crutchley were never seen again.
She phoned the cops for the story, didn't she? So if she does get caught, she can say that they burglarized my
Yeah.
place and I feared for my life, so I shot
That's
them.
what she was doing.
So she's trying to cover her tracks.
Yeah.
But also making herself known to the police potentially. at
She's
the same
probably
time.
premeditated again.
It sounds it, but it's just emotionless, that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't sound
Crazy.
good.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy heads.
The successful insurance executive and mortgage broker were both reported missing by their coworkers back in Virginia. Detectives from Ocean City Police Department jumped on the case and began pursuing leads from witnesses at Secrets nightclub. Meanwhile, the Seiferts conferred and evaluated their performance of what they did right and what they did wrong, such as the bogus 911 call to transmit a fake self-defense alibi. And eager to do it all over again, the couple was on damage control, covering their tracks, sterilizing the crime scene, and replacing the bullet-ridden bathroom door. And in order to remove the bodies from the high-rise condo, the psychotic couple turned to the barbaric practices of dismemberment.
Wow.
So they've actually disposed of the bodies. I mean, nobody heard the shots or anything.
They did. They said something was shots fired. And then they replaced the door. They fucking covered all the tracks, and now they fucking chopped the body up.
I just thought other people around. Obviously, there's other condos there, aren't there? You thought someone would have heard something.
Well, that's what they said. They heard shots. Shots were fired.
Right.
What's it?
Yeah, I think that sort of place, they said it's a condo and the bedrooms are upstairs and they were downstairs and stuff, so you don't know how much square footage people have got either.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
It's not, we may be thinking of a hotel room where you've got a hotel room there, hotel room
Yeah.
there, but this is a bit of a different layout,
Yeah.
isn't it? So
But there's also times when I'm sat in my house and I hear pow, 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 pow.
yeah, it's
And I
because
think
of where you live.
Yeah, I know. But then I think I'm not sure if that's gunshots or fireworks.
Yeah.
And then you don't hear it, but then I can't remember what day it is.
Yeah.
Or what time it was.
Yeah,
I
you,
don't know.
you don't roll over and make a note of it
that's right.
like 2:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I heard bang bang.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Seiferts set out to find their next victims, sticking to the same plan. While wearing Joshua Ford's ring around her neck, Ben and Erica found their next victims.
Wow.
Couple Melissa Sealing and Justin Todrow. They lured the couple back to the Rainbow and fired up the hot tub. However, Sealing and Todright left the condo before Erica tried to play another sadistic game of Who Stole My Purse, after realizing that something was wildly off about Ben and Erica. By morning, the Ocean City Police Department, on the search for the missing Virginia couple, posted flyers all over town, leaving Ben and Erica with serious heat and no other options but to get out of town. They hit Secrets nightclub one last time before hitting a Hooters on the way out of town and tripping a silent alarm. Ben played it cool and kept his mouth shut. Erica, however, lashed out at officers, demanding that they open her purse and give her a Xanax. The officers obliged and discovered 5 casings of 38, as well as 2 Virginia driver's licenses for Joshua Ford and a Martha Crutchley. Detectives were notified and officers were informed to get to the couple's rental condo at the Rainbow in the event the Seiferts were holding Joshua and Martha hostage. And under exigent circumstances, officers booted the door, and inside the rental, police found suspicious items within. The condo was secured as a crime scene, and the Seiferts were brought in for questioning. Presented with the evidence, Erica made a cold confession, claiming that Ben committed the murders and that she was simply in fear for her life due to the fact that her husband had Navy SEAL friends. Ben, on the other hand, claimed that he was sleeping in the couple's Jeep, and when he returned upstairs, he witnessed the crime scene and felt as though he had no choice but to help Erica out of the situation. Both partners flipped and continued to throw each other under the bus. And at the crime scene, investigators demoed the bathroom vanity and found blood in the tile grout. Samples were taken and examined and determined to be a DNA hit on both victims. In June of 2002, a grand jury handed down a 13-count indictment against both Benjamin and Erica Seyfried, and the case became a media spectacle. The noble seal and the seemingly good girl shocked the world with the brutality of their crimes. On June 11th of 2002, Erica Seyfried was convicted and sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years. On April 9th, 2003, Ben Seyfried was convicted and sentenced to 38 years in prison. And in April of this year, Ben applied for and was denied parole and has a mandatory release date of 2030. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video,
That was enthralling.
Yeah.
Some weirdos in this world, isn't there?
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Just cold-blooded murder, killing two people for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Ice cold.
It's absolutely bizarre.
I think you've got to kill 3 people to be serial killers, though, haven't you?
I think it is
Not
3.
sure, actually. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. I didn't know that.
So maybe not technically serial killers, but still psychopath murderers.
Yeah.
Probably don't know if there was any other charges.
I was just gonna, you wonder whether they maybe got away with something in the past as well.
I'm thinking the
I don't know.
the 13 counts of indictment, whatever it was, could have included the other 2 that went back to their apartment for attempted murder. Although nothing happened, but they lured them back.
Yeah.
They're not
On
probably
the
going to do the same.
pretext of actually doing it, which obviously they did, didn't they? So, yeah, good point.
It's interesting that she got life plus 20 years and he got 38 years, though, isn't it? So the jury obviously believed that she pulled the trigger and that he was doing damage control.
She was obviously the ringleader, I think.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
the
It seems
maniac.
like she's the one that's sort of like manipulated him into going in that direction. Obviously, he's not blameless in all this, but she certainly seemed to be the trigger, for him to go off the rails.
Maybe he was drawn to the military because he wanted to kill people, though.
Possibly.
Like I've heard that talked about by military guys,
Yeah.
that some people are there because that's what they want to do.
They can do it legitimately, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
It's a crazy
love
one.
love is a strange thing, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, just a bit.
People do anything, but also maybe her phone
I
call.
won't do that though.
But I won't do that. But yeah,
Willie Nelson.
I think the fact that she phoned the police to try and give herself that alibi maybe shows premeditation on her part.
massively, yeah.
So maybe that's why they tended to believe him more than her necessarily, or that her charges were more severe.
You don't know what went on in court and what went on in the case, but she sounds like a fucking right psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
He sounds like he's been misled and not misled, but I think he was psycho in the first place.
Yeah.
But I think he's not as
He's been encouraged.
She's been the driving force by the look of it.
Yeah, that's why it comes across to me.
I think so.
But if he's doing these police chases at 150 miles an hour and she's not in the car and he's just
Didn't
doing
say
that off
she's
his
not
own
in the
back.
car, though.
It didn't, but I sort of, who knows? Both psychos, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
150 mile an hour as well. It's a high-powered car that he's driving.
That's what I was
Shifting
thinking
a bit,
as
that,
well.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez, just a bit. Absolutely crazy.
Unless it's a shit car and
And his Ford Focus ladder's fucking shaking on the top and everything.
downhill.
Yeah, but it's that channel's great as well, Popo Medic.
Really good.
Makes
Yeah,
a great
like
channel.
the way he does
Really
it.
good. Yeah, very good.
Excellent.
Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.